inviting me. My name is Elvin Mata. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Brickken. I started my journey as an M&A lawyer, especially doing mergers and acquisitions here in Europe for big corporations. And I was always intrigued by the asset management and how everything could be optimized, especially when you're starting to deal with capital increases, company acquisitions, the selling of shares and whatnot. So all the corporate know-how that I got throughout the years led me to the technology path in 2017 and 2020 to tokenization. So what is the next phase of security markets and capital markets? So that's kind of like what is the idea, right? We're talking about a multi-trillion euro market that it's about to explode. People are saying 16 trillion by 2030. But the idea is, how do you get to that phase right now? From right now, we need to understand that there is a couple of situations that we need to solve. So we need to create a solution where any company can jump on board this token economy without trying to have all these situations or hurdles that are currently in place, right? So the whole token economy, how we see it, is being hurdled by a couple of a fragmented market. There's different distributors or creators of digital assets. Then what is the distribution channel? Then how do you manage these digital assets, the new investors, the treasuries that you get on board? There's a lot of uncertainty there, right? Versus the market is still fragmented versus solutions, and not a lot of people understand how to even an asset is tokenized. We need to create that standard, right? So when people think about tokenization, they understand like, oh, it's supposed to happen like this, A, B, C. And that's what we created in Brickken. We wanted to create that one-stop solution, and we actually created it, which we can onboard absolutely any company coming from, if you want, offline, such as real estate or Web3, gaming infrastructure, or Web2, a SaaS company looking at a startup for the next race. So our solution fits all. Every company should be focusing on their USP, and then hire Brickken for them to be able to tokenize any asset that they want, right? So we understand that the digital asset has a life cycle of 3 main stages. So the creation, we onboard them through an easy sort of type 4 solution where they can easily create a token economy. Then we give them a solution for them to be able to sell the digital asset and distribute it to their potential investors, such as even passing them a KYC, distribution, communication. All of that is already included in our token solution. And then we go for the management side of things. Once you create a token economy, you have digital assets, you have investors. So we want to give you that solution where you don't have to look abroad in the market as to how to solve and handle all your token economy, distribution of dividends, monitoring how the performance of your digital asset is doing. So all of this is done in our solution. If we understand it's a 3-step solution, then we should be able to monetize absolutely the 3 steps. So for the creation of the digital asset, we charge 5,000 USD. For the offering, we charge a 3% on the crowdfunding raised or distribution that they do of the digital asset. And then in the management, we started to onboard our SaaS solution. Right now, it's 50 USD per month, but we're going to go into a 3-tier system as we're adding functionalities in the asset management, so we can go into a tier system, which we should be deploying by Q1 2024. Since we inception of our decentralized application, the token suite, we've been growing, onboarding between 10 to 15 clients per month, growing to, we already have a tokenized value of 200 million. And we've even performed great tokenizations, such as the auditing hacking firm who is going to get tokenized their next series. We tokenize a full district out in Panama, ISD. And we're also doing a tokenization with Republic for a renewable company. So we can always establish that we already have a validated company. We have already traction into the market, growing it per month. So we're looking now into not just exposure into the Web2 companies or the real estate, Web3. So we want to be a one-stop solution for absolutely any company who wants to tokenize. And the solution is obviously not just about the technology, but about the great user experience and how we can onboard them with an easiness of just a few clicks and no complications. While technology is always doable, the know-how and team, the core team is essential for Brickken. So not only do we come from mergers and acquisitions or capital markets, growth hacking, data analysis, media buying, we combine all of our know-how and efforts. And over the last 3 years, we've been building this know-how and token suite solution. And that's actually what differentiates us a lot from the market, because we are experts in our own fields that we just created a lot of know-how that ended up becoming the token suite as we know it nowadays. We're actually raising on a convertible note, the SAFE. We already raised 1 million, missing a ticket of 100K. So whoever is interested in us, please, there's my Calendly in the QR code, so you can have a chat with us and see how we can tokenize the world together. Thank you very much. My name is Edwin Mata, and this was Brickken.
Amazing, Edwin. Thank you again for your top-notch showcase.
Bring on board.
I'm gonna shoot again the classic Masterblox question at you. How was your experience so far to work with the Masterblox family?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's been a pleasure. I met Carlos right at the beginning of Brickken, so I will say like end of 2020, early 2021. And we were always thinking about the go-to-market and the marketing strategies. We were about to deploy a token, so we started analyzing how through their solutions we can really onboard new users, create a brand, so a brand awareness. So we always were helped by the Masterclass Foundation as to how we can generate that trust value into the market. So it's been a great partnership, and I would say now we even have a strong friendship. So it's
thanks for clarifying on that. I have also yes.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. We lost you for a second, but good to have you back.
I think my Wi-Fi went down when Edwin said, "Let's tokenize the world together."
Too much fire.
Thank you for coming, Edwin. I'm happy that we saved the best for last. So, no joking. Edwin has been nothing but amazing with us. We saw him coming from an idea back in 2021 and make it real this year with a lot of partnerships and actually tokenizing stuff. And they've been compliant with all the European regulations and whatnot. So congratulations, Edwin. I may not like you as a person, but I respect you as a founder. Joking.
Thank you for
that. Kaya, feel free to ask a question.
Yes, so we have a question coming up from Faku from Carpet Key. So how do you handle compliance? Well, you're a lawyer, so enlighten us.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the short answer, not I'm just kidding. So, I mean, it's very simple. We're the tech layer. It's important to understand that we here in Spain, we went through the financial sandbox. So we collaborated with the Spanish Security Commission and the Bank of Spain for 6 months for developing our tech to understand what is the compliance with it, because obviously it was weird. We're allowing companies to crowdfund themselves on their own terms. So the outcome was that we considered a tech provider. So when we provide the tech layer and any company can grab our technology and deploy the asset in the jurisdiction of their choosing, we have secured above 100 agreements with different law firms across the globe. So if a company out of Singapore wants to tokenize, for example, we connect them with our law firm in Singapore. So we give them the tech layer and the solution, and it's heavily compliant. So they pass KYCs, whitelisting, how the deployment of secondary market ethics system works. And if they have any legality questions regarding that, they go to the expertise who can help them on board or register before a commissioner or deploy the corresponding contracts. So that's how we deploy our solution for any clients worldwide. And this is how we've been able to scale, actually.
Many thanks for clarifying. There was quite a brief explanation from a compliance expert rather than a Lord of the Rings script. So many thanks, Edwin. Carlos, do you have any questions coming up or from our judges?
Yes, of course. So, Kate from Chainlink, and this is a good question because you're in the Chainlink build program. Where do you see the greatest growth of opportunity in the tokenization space? Which assets are you looking out for?
Yeah, so I mean, the whole marketing of tokenization was heavily reliant on real estate. But when you want to tokenize real estate, how do you tokenize real estate? You don't tokenize the building. You tokenize the financial instrument between the company linked to the real estate. So the answer is you either do it through equity, through debts, through loans, through bonds. So that's a financial instrument. So here in Brickken, we are agnostic on the asset because we tokenize that financial instrument. So for us, it's the same to say tokenizing real estate or a company or a franchise or whatever. So for me, I have no doubt that the evolution of things on tokenization will be equity side of things. We're heavily tokenizing equity right now because there's a lot of characteristics that tokenization brings, such as management, reconciliation process, asset settlement, and all of these factors allow us to really be able to tokenize absolutely everything. So while our certain clients come from real estate or other verticals, Brickken is always about giving the solution for the tokenization of the financial instrument. So that's how you can tokenize an asset.
Many thanks for clarifying.
Nice.
We have also a question coming up from a partner.
Last but not least.
Yes, from Mindfulness Capital.
Shooting you that win.
Get ready.
Yes.
Could you please elaborate more details on the key differentiators between Brickken and other tokenization platforms, including Securitize and T0?
Yes.
No worries if you don't have a complete answer on this.
No, actually, they're our partners. Why? Because they're focused on secondary market, and we're focused on primary private market. So this is the same. If you want to do an IPO, you hit NASDAQ, but the first stages of a project, or some projects don't always go for the public market. So if our clients grow enough and they want to do an IPO that is the tokenized version, we can connect them to T0. We have an agreement with Arcas in UK. We're starting conversations with SIX. So we are on the first stages of the projects of the private sessions. And if they want to go for a tokenized IPO, we connect them. So actually, we're an habilitators of the future secondary market. So we're on the same vertical of assets, but in different stages. So in reality, we're not competitors, but we do have competitors on our stage. It's just that Securitas and T0 are on a different spectrum of the tokenization phase.
Great to hear. Well, you and your clients will be elevating each other rather than battling each other, so to say. Let's see if we have one more question coming up. Oh yeah, this is the best question probably. Polka Starter asks, when Moon?
already Moon.
Yeah, we've been growing. Our token has been growing heavily over the past weeks. We just verified our market supply in CoinMarketCap, so feel free to check it out and see if you want to do an investment. We're happy to discuss OTCs and whatever is needed, because I have no doubt that the RWA tokens is going to be one of the biggest narratives in the next bull run.
Oh, you hear that, Degens? Check out Edwin.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice, indeed. Let's see if we have one more. I guess this is it. We're also out of time. So, Edwin, thanks again for being with us. I hope to see you again in 2024. And
let's do it. Thank you very much for everything.
Our pleasure. Bye. Take care.
See you, Habibi.